What's going on, everyone? TJ Fitness Daily News Reviews, and together with me, one of the most hyped and popular pre-workouts on the planet. RYSE pre-workout, Smarties, original people. Yeah, people, listen, I've been getting a lot of requests around this one. Yeah, people, not your typical steam junkie pre-workout that we review here in the FDA-proof bunker, but super popular pre-workout. So listen, people, I'm gonna take you through the label. I actually like it. There's not a lot of ingredients here. I think like 6 or 7 active ingredients. So I'm gonna tell you what this thing is all about from a label perspective. But then I'm gonna refresh your memories that labels are just fucking labels. Yeah, I'm gonna share with you my personal experience using this one. Today was my fifth time, people. And then, towards the end of the video, as usual on this channel, I'm gonna give you my final verdict and map this shit for you and tell you where it fits, if it fits in your steam junkie journey. And all I'm gonna ask in return, is that you hit that like button. Okay, people, so listen, RYSE. I remember talking with people from RYSE like 3 years ago. They were super small. I mean, at the time, I don't know how they did it, but they got Conor McGregor to actually represent the company. They were super small at the time, like really at the beginning. 3 years later, I do believe that this is one of the biggest brands out there. Like this is, I'm talking Cellucor level big. I don't know if it's as big as Cellucor, probably not, but man, this is like a top 5 huge brand, huge. They've been doing all these collabs around flavor, like this one, the Smarties one, which probably what got them. Then I reviewed their pre-workout Godzilla, which is I think a collab with Noel Diesel, which is like a huge celebrity. So I think that that's what they're doing. They're doing like amazing marketing, getting the right influencers to support the brand, doing good stuff on marketing, advertising, packaging, these flavor collabs. Anyway, I'm gonna link below to the Godzilla review. Super popular pre-workout. It was okay. It was okay, to be honest. It wasn't like, didn't blow my head off, right? Anyway, this one, the RYSE pre-workout, I do believe it's their most popular supplement. Maybe it's their protein. Maybe it's everything they do because they're so popular. So I'm not sure. Anyway, long story short, RYSE Smarties Original. Yeah, so a lot of the stuff that they do and the way that they keep the brand at the top of the news is with these flavor collabs. They do tons of flavor collabs, right? Like Smarties and a bunch of others, always with big brands, and they mastered the flavor collab. Now you know what we think about flavor in pre-workouts, right? In protein, protein, EAA, hydration products. Obviously, flavor counts. In pre-workouts, who the fuck cares? But, you know, they're going after mass market. This is not your typical FDA-proof bunker brand, so they're selling everywhere. Everybody's buying this shit. It's like for the average Joe in the market. So flavor does matter for them, right? Anyway, people, enough. This is RYSE. This is what we have here. And this is why you came here to see an unbiased, zero oral activity. No RYSE dick is gonna be sucked here. I promise you that. Anyway, people, let's get into this. Whoo! Supplement facts. 1 scoop, 14.3 grams, 30 servings. 30 servings, people. Right out of the gate, 2022, almost 2023. Inflation, 30 servings. And this is actually when I bought this. I can't remember what I paid, maybe $40. So this is also like attractively priced for 30 servings. In today's market, that's a very solid price. Like very solid. Anyway, so what do they have? 30 servings. Let's get through this. Choline at 200 milligrams as Vita Choline. It's not going to do a lot from, I mean, again, listen, labels are just fucking labels. So take everything I say in the next 2 minutes around what's the ingredients with a grain of salt, because it doesn't matter. Labels are just labels. You never know how these things come together. Don't judge the book by the cover, right? So, and the cover in this case is the label. So anyway, so they have a bit of choline. They have sodium and potassium for hydration. Then they have L-citrulline at 4.5 grams. It's a good amount for pumps, for 4.5 grams. Beta-alanine at 3.5 grams. We love the beta-alanine. A lot of these everyday mass market type pre-workouts, they go you know, they skimp on the beta-alanine because of the tingling and they're afraid that the general audience wouldn't like it. We fucking like the tingling here on the channel. So if you do not like the tingling, by the way, you're not going to be a very good friend of the channel. Yeah, if you like the tingling, stay, subscribe, like. By the way, if you don't like the tingling, stay, subscribe, and like. But we're just not going to be very close friends because we like the tingling. Beta-alanine is also supposed to help you with endurance and shit like that, but we like the tingling. Anyway, caffeine anhydrous at 300 milligrams. It's a good amount of caffeine, but listen, there's also Zoom XR, which adds another 100 milligrams of caffeine. It's a long-lasting caffeine. So caffeine anhydrous has a half-time, means it peaks at around 45 minutes. Zoom XR is supposed to peak at around an hour and a half. So you're supposed to get, like, caffeine anhydrous is supposed to hit you relatively hard, fast, and then the Zoom XR is supposed to join, and you're supposed to get a more long-lasting effect. Theobromine at 100 milligrams, I like it. It's like caffeine little nephew or sister or whatever you want to call it. Has a little buzz. I like theobromine. I like it. 100 milligrams is also a good amount. L-theanine 50 milligrams. Generally speaking, don't like L-theanine in pre-workouts. L-theanine is this type of thing you would see in sleep aids because it takes the edge off. 50 milligrams is not a big amount. It's not going to do anything. Theoretically, by the way, the reason it's here, it's supposed to help prevent a crash from all this caffeine. There's tons of pre-workouts out there without L-theanine that have zero crash. Okay, so usually what I see when you put a lot of L-theanine is, I'm going on an L-theanine tangent here, is when you put a lot of L-theanine, I'm talking like 1-to-1 ratio with the stimulants, is that it just causes actually like a small crash at the end, right? Like it just, you know, you take your pre-workout, you work out, you actually want that post-workout buzz, you want to feel it a bit. If you put a lot of L-theanine, it just like cuts it off. I don't like it. And then they have vincamine, which actually I like as tincamine, 10 milligrams. It's a really interesting ingredient if you want to Google it later. Not now in the middle of the video. People, that's super not polite. It's rude. Not in the middle of the video. Wait for the end. Seriously, patience. Anyway, so this vincamine thing, think about it almost like L-citrulline for the brain. The idea is that it increases vasodilation in your brain and it increases mental alertness. That's the thing. Literally think about it as brain pumps, right? So it's supposed to help with focus. Really interesting ingredient. There's some research behind it. By the way, a lot of these ingredients, most of them, the research is very, very minimal, right? So you never know actually, like this is not like as research as creatine or some other supplements or caffeine, by the way, right? So, but there's some research around this. It's a trademarked ingredient. Interesting label. Listen, people, there's what, 6, 7 ingredients here. I like it. Listen, I'm getting tired of these labels that have, I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not saying that you can't create an amazing pre-workout with a label with like 50 ingredients. You probably can. And some of them are amazing. Amazing. I review here on the channel stuff that has like 50 ingredients, all sorts of shit. It's amazing. But you can create an amazing pre-workout with 6, 7 ingredients. You don't need to go crazy. You don't need all this shit. Anyway, people, let's get into the experience because this is what matters. Now, clearly, this does not have DMHA, DMAA, all sorts of crazy ass pre-workouts that we review here on the channel, and that's why we built the FDA-proof bunker. The FDA is not going to care about this one, right? Like, this is what the FDA likes. But we review here on the channel a lot of shit that the FDA doesn't like. By the way, take a minute if you're new here to say, fuck you, FDA, for caring about DMHA, DMAA, hoarding, and all sorts of shit, while people, tens of millions of people and families are ruined from opioids. Yeah, fuck you, FDA. Your priorities suck dick. Okay, people, let's get into the experience. So first things first, with this one, when you do a RYSE pre-workout, you have to talk about the flavor, right? Even though, like I said, flavors don't matter in pre-workout. You take it for 1 second, you move on with your life. Who cares if the experience is amazing? But RYSE, obviously, flavor is one of their things. So this Smarties thing, which is supposed to taste like Smarties. So let me tell you, first things first, when you shake it and you open it up, there's a pop. Like they somehow created, there's a bunch of these things out there that create this pop, like almost like a fizzy type feeling. Not like sparkling, but like a fizzy type feeling. I'm not a big fan of it. To be honest, like this fizzy feeling, I'm not a big fan. It's cool as far as whatever, as like a differentiation effect, but I'm not a big fan of it. As far as the flavor, it's okay, right? It's not disgusting, it's not amazing. I drank it and I said, oh my god, this tastes, I wouldn't drink this every day if this was like a BCAA, EAA drink, right? But as a pre-workout, it's okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, fuck your scales of 1 to 10 for pre-workouts, even if you're going after the RYSE Smarties, which flavor is a big part of what they're trying to do. Fuck you and your scales for flavor for pre-workouts. This is okay. You take it for 1 second. You're supposed to enjoy this for 3 hours. This is your fucking return on investment on flavor. Let's move on to the experience. So listen, people, when I take this stuff, which is overhyped, mass market, you know, like Ghost, RYSE, all these lifestyle brands, I have to admit, I am confessing here that my initial reaction is, oh my God, I'm gonna trash the shit out of this. Okay, people, but I took this thing, and I have to tell you, I actually enjoyed it. Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. So I'm not gonna trash this one. If you came here for the trash, I'm sorry. Let me take you through the experience so you know what to expect. So first things first, let me tell you this. 10 minutes in, the beta-alanine tingling smacks you, right? And I actually like it. I like it. You know, I like that sense of urgency. I like it immediately. I don't want to sit there 30 minutes to start feeling, is this going to work? You know, the anxiety when you take a pre-workout and you don't know if it's going to do anything. 10 minutes in, even less than 10 minutes, you're going to start feeling that beta-alanine tingling. And it's one of these beta-alanine tingling that's actually perfect, right? It's not too much. It's not too little. It's right. Perfect beta-alanine tingling. And it's going to last for like, I want to say 30, 40 minutes, like that tingling, which I like. If you don't like the beta-alanine tingling, fuck you, and you're not gonna like this. I like this 3.5 grams or whatever there is, actually feels really good. So beta-alanine tingling. As far as the experience itself, let me tell you a couple of things. One, the energy on this one is what you would expect from this combination of fast-acting or let's say medium-acting caffeine, like the caffeine anhydrous and the Zoom XR. It hits you relatively fast, like I would say 20 minutes in, you're going to start the energy kick, and it lasts for a long time. Like it would last you for an hour and a half. Even if you train for an hour and a half, like 90 minutes intense workout, you're going to feel it. So 20 minutes and then hour and a half, long lasting, smooth, nothing crazy, sense of urgency, all good, perfect. Like from an energy perspective, this is what you would expect. The pumps are solid. Actually, surprisingly enough, I don't know what it is. There's only L-citrulline in here, but the pumps are solid. They're not the best pumps I've ever had, but definitely solid pumps. You're gonna take this and say, okay, I feel the extra ingredients helping me with that mind-muscle connection. Maybe it's the mind-muscle connection, because I'm gonna talk about that in a second. I don't know if it's the pumps or the mind-muscle connection that actually helps you with the pumps, but I'll tell you, the really interesting piece here is the focus. I really enjoy the focus here. Maybe it's this Vincamin stuff with the pump nootropic thing, you know, pumping up your brain vessels. But let me tell you, the focus here is, listen, this is really the best thing here. Like the energy is what you would expect from these two types of caffeine. The buzz, like I told you, from the beta-alanine. The focus here, like I didn't expect the focus to be so good compared to like looking at the simple ingredients list without anything crazy, without DM, whatever. Really good focus, like puts you in the zone. Again, nothing, this feels healthy. You know what I mean? Like this doesn't feel like you're doing a damage, like you're creating damage to yourself. When we take, I know a lot of the stuff that the FDA doesn't like the DMAA stuff. I'm going to link below, by the way, to my best, strongest, crazy ass team junkie pre-workouts list. You're going to see there's stuff there that you know you're taking something illicit, right? This thing, you know you're not taking anything illicit, and still you're going to get that in the zone, pre-workout, feeling productive, right? Really, I was surprised. Listen, and like I said, that focus is sort of on that, it's that mind-muscle connection focus, if you know what I mean, right? So I think that helps with the pumps, because the pumping experience here is way better than just citrulline for me, because I don't react that well to citrulline by itself. Man, I actually liked it. Actually, the thing I liked less about this, and who the fuck cares, is the flavor with the fizzy shit, which is supposed to be the highlight of this thing. As an everyday pre-workout, you know, we rank pre-workout steam-free, everyday, steam junkie. This is definitely an everyday pre-workout you can take without feeling bad about what you're doing. And surprisingly enough, it's good, right? Now, if you're a super high steam junkie, you need like 3 milligrams of alpha-yo, DMO, whatever to feel anything. Clearly, this is not for you unless you're smart and you want to cycle to shit. But listen, this is a good everyday pre-workout. I can see the appeal for the masses, right? It just works. 30 servings, great value for money. This is one of these things, if you're like me, you would put it on the shelf, use it once in a while when you want to cycle off steams and just get a good workout. Nothing crazy, but a good workout. Listen, like I said, zero dick sucking. Zero oral activity was just performed on this channel. And I really, you know, like I told you, my inclination is usually to trash this overhyped shit. But this is a solid pre-workout, and with a simple label. Listen, people, listen. As far as where you can get it, I'm going to link below to the page on Fitness Deal News. You know, you'll find coupons. You can save money while supporting the channel. And generally speaking, RYSE, Good job, what can I say? Except the freaking flavor, this fizzy shit. I don't like it. Listen, people, if this review was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to see more reviews like this, because this is what we do here. We help you make smart decisions about the supplements that you buy.